Good afternoon. Day 2, Denver University, the DU graduation tournament for the 2013 former Mites, now officially 10U hockey players. Yesterday started with a 9-3 victory. I think that was the final score. Also trying to deconflict that with a soccer game, a different kid lacrosse game. At any rate, it was a big victory yesterday, the opening game for the Rampage Navy. Today we are in Magnus Arena. Yesterday was Joy Burns, which is the practice facility for DU. Look up in the rafters here, 8 national championship banners. Tonight, DU will play Minnesota State, looking to get a 9th banner, which would tie them with the University of Michigan, who is hoping to add to their collection, but DU had something to say about that. So tonight, I think it's 6 o'clock Eastern, maybe, and it is televised. DU and Minnesota State for the national championship. But before, here in Magnus, home of the Denver Pioneers, Day 2, Game 2 for the Rampage 10U Navy. They'll be taking on yet another Arapaho Warriors team. And tomorrow morning, 10:30 Eastern, we'll be back in Joy Burns to take on a third Arapaho team. And then at 2:30 Eastern, Joy Burns one more time, a Junior Pioneers home team for Game 4. There's no championship banner in this non-competitive. The Rampage does have a team in the competitive. They won one and lost one yesterday, and I know they played 1 or 2 today, and I'm not sure how they did. Warm-ups are now over. The pucks will be gathered in, and Rampage will send out their starting 5. In net again for Rampage is Frank. Didn't have too many shots yesterday. Made some good saves. Could have used a little extra D on at least one of the goals. So hopefully he'll be bored again today, and Rampage can continue their offensive onslaught that they started the tournament with yesterday. Most of the parents are on the far side. I tried to get away from the parents, especially the ones that don't follow the etiquette of sitting on their side of the red line. Won't have anybody looking back, giving me dirty looks today. Getting the final words from the coaches. Referee blows the whistle, they're ready. Arapaho sends out their starting 5. At least a couple of them are on the wrong side. Rampage will help them out there. So starting lineup, King at center. She was playing defense yesterday. Soto is left wing. Barber left D. Far D is Tracy. And I'll let you know the right forward as soon as I see the number. One by Arapaho and then picked up by Rampage. Gulbranson is the other forward. He has the puck now, left circle, bumped off stick check, and Arapaho gets it out of the zone. Center ice, Gulbranson gets back, King sends it ahead, and chased by Tracy. Tracy had it momentarily, and now Rampage right out in front. A big save. Looked like Soto was gonna have it, and the Arapaho goalie had other plans. Grabbed it in the glove, whistle. First shot goes to Rampage. First save goes to Arapaho. We're tied at 0 with 11:24 left. King to take the face-off. Barber and Tracy on D. Soto has it, dropped it back to King, gets to Tracy, who sends it deep. Soto far side, gets past Gulbranson, And Arapahoe has a chance. Good back check by Barber. And Gulbertson picks it up. Midboard's far side. Can't quite get it out of the zone. King will pick it up and skate through the left circle all the way to the near side. She's pressured, but able to get it out into the neutral zone. And here's Gulbertson, gets a chance for a break. Has one coming. Gulbertson shot, loose puck, and then into the glove. This goalie has been really good so far, especially with that glove. So a little over a minute 20 gone by in the first period. Rampage changing it up. 12-minute periods, they'll stop the clock unless they get to that mercy goal. And I didn't check to see if it was a number of goals or by periods or whatever, but I'll let you know if the clock's running. Springer was on the face-off, out to the point, held in by Cochran, and then out of the zone and back in offsides. Parent is out there. And Mensink. So Mensink far side, Parent left wing, Mensink right wing. Came to Parent, back to Mensink. Carried in by Cochran. Dropped to the point to Springer. And then down low, Mensink back behind over towards Parent. Parent send it back towards behind the net and then to the near boards. Arapahoe flips it out. Garcia on the ice now as well. And couldn't get to it before, well, didn't need to get to it. It was icing on Arapahoe. So back to the Arapahoe end with 10:04 to go in the first. Still trying to learn everybody's numbers, so if I hesitate for a second with what I'm saying and looking at my little cheat sheet, which hopefully by the end of this game I'll have them all figured out. Rampage has 4. They're going to keep Tracy out. He was halfway to the bench. Told him to stay. Pass across from Barber. She lost an edge. A couple players collide far side. They're both slow to get up, but looks like no big injury. Arapahoe offsides. So hopefully as the tournament goes on, the offsides will decrease. First game saw quite a few, but first game that the kids have ever played with those rules. Now in game 2, King to take the face off. Near side forward is Soto. Arapahoe wins the face off. King jumps up with some pressure. Warriors able to gain the zone momentarily. Rampage sends it right back out into the neutral zone. A log jam outside the Rampage blue line. King bumped off the puck. She'll continue the pressure along the near boards. Arapahoe gets it through and then intercepted by Tracy. He's able to flip it into the neutral zone and will chase. Down the right side. Tracy centers it and then gets taken down. There were no penalties yesterday. So far, none in this game either. King working it at the bottom of the circle, but Arapahoe trying to exit. Barber left it there for King, and then Arapahoe is on a break. Nice strong back check by Gulbertson. Able to keep the puck away from Frank, who watches as they move from one side to the other, and now back into the neutral zone. Center ice, Arapahoe missed the puck. Ends up in their own zone, and here's a giveaway. Here comes Barber. Breakaway, shot. Oh, pad down, big save. And then a Warrior player collided with the goalie. Good chance by Barber. King will bring it out. Everybody has to get back on side. Somebody's in the middle. They don't realize it. King tried to hold up, but it was too late. Parent Mensink. Springer up front. Springer to take the face off. Parent left side. Mensink right side. Parent with pressure at the blue line. Sends it in. Defenders are Cochran and Garcia. Parent tried to stop the Warriors player who just skated around her. Gets it to center ice. Dumps it, and Mensink will chase, but it's icing. The Warriors player had not crossed the center ice line before they sent it. Thus the icing call, and back into the Warriors zone for an offensive zone face-off for Rampage. Springer to take the face-off. Sends it back to Cochran. Sends it towards the net and intercepted along the way. A couple of players whacking at it. Arapahoe able to keep it away from their goalie. Rampage with 2 shots so far, and Arapahoe still looking for their first. May get one right here. Good defensive play. They did get a shot in, and Frank had the pad down. So here in the big rink, they are keeping track of shots up on the board, so I'll be able to give you that information as well. Yesterday was a lot of Rampage shots to not quite as many from Arapahoe. I quickly lost count and was more focused on trying to learn people's names than how many shots. Rampage with some more changes. Barber back out there with Tracy. King to take the face-off. Soto near side. And I missed the number for the far side. Should see it here in a second. I think it's Gulbertson. Here he comes down the left side, number 11. Rampage would have been offsides had they gained the zone. And they'll blow it offsides now. Oh, what's going on with that whistle? Having some technical difficulties with the whistle. For a minute there, I thought he had one of those electronic ones they started using with COVID because they didn't want to blow the COVID germs everywhere through a whistle. So they were using these weird electronic whistles, which half the time nobody could hear. King again on the face-off. Wins it over towards Gulbranson, and then Soto had it in left circle. Arapahoe gets it to the blue line and held in by Gulbranson. That one will sneak out. Rampage has to get back on sides. They are hustling to do so. Sent ahead towards Soto, but just missed his stick. Flipped ahead by Gulbranson down the left side. He's pressured, waits, gets out in front. Oh, he just about had it left to right, backhand to forehand, and just couldn't get it was such a strong move, he couldn't get his stick back on the puck, and it got away from him. Almost the first goal there. Nice move. That is a penalty. First penalty of the tournament. It's going to be a trip on Arapahoe. Frank was not paying attention. They started trying to get his attention to get him to skate to the bench for a delayed penalty. So the first power play of the tournament for Rampage. First penalty called on any teams in the first 2 games for Rampage. So Rampage on the power play. The Arapahoe player will go to the bench for 1 whole minute. That's a change that USA Hockey made this year for younger players. 12U was 1.5 minutes, 10U was 1 minute. They said because they play shorter periods, there's no need to have the kids in the box for the whole 2 minutes. They will still do 10-minute misconducts, though, if it's a dangerous play, head contact, or checking from behind. So Rampage with 48 seconds left on their first power play of the tournament. It was Soto who got tripped. Number 49 for Arapahoe who did the tripping. Power play is almost half over. 5:54 left in the first period. No score. This team is putting up a better fight so far than the other Arapahoe team yesterday. Shots are 3-1 in favor of Rampage. They have not gotten a shot off on this power play. Here's Soto now. Rampage with the extra attacker for 10 more seconds. Gulbranson gets past one. Need somebody out in front, and King is there. She'll take the puck now. Barber at the point, and Arapahoe back to full strength. So Rampage 0 for 1 on the power play so far in the tournament. And here comes Arapahoe after killing off the penalty. Shot in on net, stick and pads down. Frank stops it. Second shot of the game for Arapahoe. That'll give everyone a chance to change it up. 5:04 left first period. Mensink, Springer, Parent up front. Springer to take the face-off. Cochran is the left defense. Sent out of the zone by Rampage. Will not have enough for icing. Mensink is racing towards the puck. And Arapahoe sends it back out. Rampage back in, offsides. Garcia is the other defenseman. Another offsides face-off outside the Warriors zone. 4:46 left to play first period. We're tied at 0 here in Magnus Arena. Home of the Pioneers. Face-off won by Rampage, sent back to the D, sent back forward. Cochran sends it ahead. Not too far. We're back and forth in the neutral zone here. Parent trying to keep it out of her own zone, but they are able to get in. Parent reaches in, just about gets a tripping call on her. It's could have been a 2-on-1 or a 2-on-none, but Arapahoe was able to break that up. Big time offsides. That was about 20 feet too far in the zone for the player who was in before the puck. 4:12 left. Shots 3-2 in favor of Rampage. No score yet. Springer to take the face off. Wins it. Held up on the blue line. Back and forth out of the zone. Offsides, but not called. That was pretty clear. There was no close about that. There was an Arapahoe player laying down and out of the zone again, back in. Also offsides, this time called. Arapahoe changing. Rampage going to keep the same players out. Springer to take the face off. Parent creeping in. Getting a little close. Puck is dropped, comes to Parent. She flips it ahead to center. Mensink got a stick on it. Arapahoe bunched up there, comes over towards Parent. Parent down the left side. Dishes across to Mensink. And Arapahoe flips it back out. Rampage is offsides. And I think that was the call, offsides. Didn't know if the puck had come up into the bench or if there was a penalty being called. There's a player that would have been offsides if the puck came in, and I think it did. Springer again. Wins it, sends it. Arapahoe starts back out of their own zone. Springer got a puck on it and then got a stick on his skates. Play continues. Barber out there with some pressure. Parent coming across. Blocks that shot or pass. I'm not sure which it was. Now it's back behind Frank and picked up by Tracy. Tracy gets it out of the zone. Arapahoe gets back on sides. Trying to enter. Springer holds it up, sends it back towards the center line. Back into the Rampage zone, picked up by Parent. She had a chance if she could get her stick on it, but there were two players in front of her, and one of them swatted it away before she could get a break. Mensink down the right side. Springer calling for it, going down the middle. Springer has it now. Springer, far side, sent it towards the net. Stayed with it as it went behind the net. Mensink will pick it up. And the Arapahoe player lost an edge, so Mensink able to get to it. Barber was calling for it at the point. Came towards her, but Springer got a stick on it as well. Same team. And Parent flips it along the boards. Picked up now by Mensink, back to Parent. Parent to center. Tracy sends it ahead. Tracy and Mensink. Goalie comes out to play it, cover it. Whistle and a face-off coming. Seems like a lot slower pace to this game than yesterday's game. Could also be the bigger ice surface. I don't know that the kids even realize that we're playing in this big arena today. Definitely a different look for us in the stands. Shot and scored off the face-off. Gulbranson ripped it. The goalie got a piece of it, but it ended up near side. 1-0 Rampage. So Gulbranson got the shot, and it should be King with an assist, although looking at the score sheet yesterday, they did not give all the assists that were due. And that happens even at the 12U level. It kind of depends on how many officials, who's asking the questions or noticing if they are asking questions, because usually they'll ask the, he's asking for a penalty here. Usually they'll ask the players, hey, who shot it, who passed it, whatever. Back and forth, out of the zone. Rampage chasing deep is King. Centering pass broken up. Carried down the left side now by Tracy. Stays with it. Loses an edge but sends it across to Soto. King tried to hold it in, comes back into the neutral zone. Rampage trying to switch on the fly. Rampage. Offsides. Nope, it didn't enter. Would have been. Somebody was halfway to the net. Still halfway to the net, and now offsides. .8 seconds left in the first period. Rampage leading 1-0. This point yesterday, I think it was 4-1. And the Arapahoe team yesterday scored with 3 seconds left to make it 4-2. So a tighter game so far here in the first period. Springer to take the face off. Tie up at the feet. Mensink sends it in. Then there's 3 Warriors players there, and one will start out with it. Garcia steps up, grabs the puck, flips it ahead towards Mensink. Parent looking to take it away, unable. The Warriors send it deep, and that should have been icing, but they waved it off for some reason. Garcia up to Mensink. Mensink unable to clear. Springer. Collision there. Here's the Arapahoe late. Shot. Frank got a piece of that. Watching the play behind. Another shot. No goal. Loose puck. Rampage needs to get a clear here. Frank watching. Down. There's going to be a penalty on Garcia. Cross check. With 6.7 seconds left, Rampage has had a power play. Now they get to kill one off. 6.7 left in the first. There will be carryover of the 1-minute penalty into the second, unless the Warriors can score here with 6.7 left. There is enough time for that. Rampage now with one less player. Face off won by Rampage, across, goal. 3.5 seconds left, so Garcia gets to come out of the box. That was a whole 2.5 seconds in the box. Face off one across and shot from the right wing. Tie game, just like yesterday, scored late. This time it ties it up versus cutting the deficit in half. Face off one by Rampage, and that'll do it for the first period. I'm going to end, take a quick water break, and I'll be back to start the second. We're tied at 1 after 1 here in Magnus.